The latest now on the coronavirus emergency. This morning, the number of cases worldwide is topping 93,000. Meanwhile, here in the U.S., there are now at least 108 cases, and the death toll has climbed to 9 people.
The situation in Wuhan is awful.
New alarm bells ringing tonight on the coronavirus outbreak in this country as the number of dead rises. More confirmed cases tonight in New York and Los Angeles, where an airport worker on the front lines of stopping the virus's spread has been infected.
Third of the whole city, Wuhan. So I can't see my friends and my grandparents in person.
And region by region, there are now well over 200 confirmed cases in this country, but remember, only 1,500 people have been tested.
Malaysia has confirmed its first locally transmitted case of the novel coronavirus.
The mayor today calling the spread unpredictable and worrisome.
Penularan wabak COVID-19 telah banyak mengubah amalan pendidikan di negara kita. Sepanjang tempoh Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan dilaksanakan, pengajaran dan pembelajaran tidak lagi dijalankan secara bersemuka. Sebaliknya, guru menggunakan pelbagai kaedah lain untuk berhubung dengan pelajar. Ramai yang menggunakan aplikasi dalam talian seperti Google Classroom, Cikgu Tube dan Zoom untuk melaksanakan pembelajaran di rumah atau home-based learning.
We all know that Malaysia start Movement Control Order, or known as the MCO, on March 8, 2020. Since that, our economical sector and educational sector affected badly. All of the students restricted from going to school. They must continue their learning session at home through online, but that just for regular students. How about students with special need, like autism students, who usually facing hard time to learn at home? This could make problem to the parent and student itself. All of the curriculum activities are restricted during MCO. At the time of this video was recorded, school has been shut down for almost 11 months. So, what is the solution for the autism to learning even though they are at home? We make this video as our concern to the autism student who facing this problem and find our way to solve this problem. We want to build their interest on science and engineering. We will show just a simple trick on science that they can make at their own house. Autism Kit is special because they have hidden talent that no one expects. Who knows? It can even help them to generate income by selling it to others.
So now, I would like to talk about the participants for our project. So for our project, the participants involved are the kids from the Happy Lives Autism and Special Needs Therapy Center. The Happy Lives Autism and Special Needs Therapy Center is a multidisciplinary center for autistic and special needs children. So, the location for the Happy Lives Autism and Special Needs Therapy Care Center is at number 7 Jalan Seti Dagang AJ U13 AJ Seti Alam 40170 Shah Alam, Selangor. That is the full address of the care center, and from the Google map we can see that the care center is pretty close to the City Convention Center. So for our initial proposal for our project is to have the activities at the care center. However, due to the pandemic and the MCO orders from the government, this is not possible. Thus, we have decided to change our activities from being done at the care center to be recorded on video, and then this video is shared to the Happy Lives Care Center for our project. And then in our planning, the next step would be to follow up this activity with further improvements before we can continue with other participants from other care centers. So what is the Happy Lives Autism and Special Needs Therapy Center? In their own words, we are a one-stop specialist center for assessments, diagnosis, and therapies for children with autism and other special needs or learning difficulties. Our team consists of medical doctors, clinical psychologists, and behavioral therapists. The Happy Lives are an autism and special needs therapy facility that genuinely provides individuals with developmental disabilities and psychological issues a one-stop solution. Their programs include the administration of comprehensive examinations by licensed clinical psychologists and the providing to children and adults of fully individualized behavior therapy or psychotherapy.
Thank you, Hafizul, for the explanation. Next, myself, Shafi, will explain about the activities that can be done at the Happy Lives Autism and Special Needs Therapy Center. For the activities, due to pandemic that occurred in our country, our group had brainstorming and agreed to do an educational video that contains program and activities that can be organized there. So there is 4 activities that can be done. The first activities is ice breaking. We will divide them into groups by using flashcard. As we can see at the right bottom side of the slide, that's an example of flashcard that we use for ice breaking activities. We came up with an idea for these special kids, which, since several of them cannot speak properly, we want them to recognize each of their friends in their group, which will help with their memory. The second activities is education learning. In education learning, we will show them a simple science experiment that's easy to make through videos. There is 5 experiments that easy, simple, and suitable for these special kids, which is the first experiment is Skittles experiment. The second experiment is experiment with milk and food coloring. The third experiment is experiment with shaving cream and food coloring. The fourth experiment is lava lamp experiment, and the final experiment is volcanic eruption. So here are the video example of the experiments that we can do for the kids. The next activities is to let them to create something. For example, by using plasticine clay, they can build something with their creativity and imagination. Thus, can become one of their own toys to play with. So there is example of what they can do with the plasticine clay. And for the last activities is bridge building. For these activities, it's suitable for higher level of special kids. They will build a bridge by using papers, tape or straws, and of course with the help and monitoring from our team members.
Here are the benefits of the activities that we will do with the autism kids at Happy Live Autism and Special Need Therapy Care in Shah Alam. We will be able to expose them to basic science and engineering knowledge. We can give them an opportunity to learn something new which out of their daily learning process. They also can try the experiment with their friends and also with family members at home. The second benefit is improving their creative skills. It's good for their hand motor skills. Besides, they can use their creativity to produce something that useful for their development. They also can be independent because they can use their creativity to generate their own income. All of these activities can be related with Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) Goals 4, which is quality education. We can ensure all of the autism kids get inclusive and equitable quality education so that they can stand in the same level like other kids.